So this is an overview of my current Legend of Zelda collection. So I guess we'll start from the very beginning. Back in 1987, The Legend of Zelda was released in North America. I think it came out a little bit before that in Japan. And it came in this gold cartridge for the Nintendo Entertainment System, and was later re-released in this gray cart variant, also for the Nintendo Entertainment System. I prefer to have the gold. I like the gold cart more, although the gray cart variant is a little bit harder to find than the gold cartridge. But since The Legend of Zelda has the gold theme, I like this version more. And the next game by release date was the Adventures of Link, Zelda 2. This game is incredibly difficult. I've actually beaten both of them though. And then the next game to be released was for the Super Nintendo, or the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, was The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, one of my favorite Zelda games. And the next game to be released was on the Nintendo 64, and this is the Collector's Edition. I have this one complete in the box, and it has the gold cartridge, which is the Collector's Edition. And this is my favorite game of all time. Definitely my favorite Zelda game of all time. I spent many hours playing this as a kid, and it's just a great game. And it's really the first Zelda game I played, and then later I went back and played some of the older games. I also have the box version of the Gray Cart, this is the Player's Choice Million Seller version, and I also have the Gray Cart non-million seller version. And to go along with the Ocarina of Time series, I have the 3DS version. And this is now out of print, so if you find this in the store, I think it retails, or it used to retail for $39.99, but this sells for, at least last time I looked, for like double that on eBay now, since it's out of print. So if you can find this in the store, you may want to pick that up if you're an Ocarina of Time fan. Alright, and I have the Majora's Mask for the Nintendo 64. This is the Collector's Edition with the hologram cartridge. And I recently got the Majora's Mask 3D version, which came out recently on the Nintendo 3DS. This is a great game also. And to go along with that, I have the new 3DS XL. This is the Majora's Mask edition. This one was incredibly hard to get. I think the pre-orders sold out for this within like 20 minutes online, which left a lot of people disappointed they weren't able to get it. I was lucky enough to get my hands on one. And there it is with the Majora's Mask decal on it. I also have the Link Between Worlds 3DS XL. This one was much easier to find. I got both of these on launch day. And the Link Between Worlds is also a really good Zelda game. Probably my favorite handheld Zelda game. Next is I have the Nintendo Power magazine that is the strategy guide for Majora's Mask for the Nintendo 64. And I also have this Legend of Zelda Hyrule Historia book. It just talks about the Zelda franchises, the Zelda franchise and the different game series within the franchise, kind of the timeline, and there's a lot of cool artwork. So if you're a Legend of Zelda fan, if you haven't seen this book, then I definitely recommend it. And I have the Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD, or the HD version of the Wind Waker Wii U console, with the Legend of Zelda decals on the controller. And also have this Hylian Shield, which I need to find a place to hang that up at some point. And I have the Twilight Princess, which came out on the Nintendo GameCube, and I think it also came out on the Wii around the same time. I prefer the GameCube version because I don't like the motion controls very much for the Wii, at least for this game. And I have the Wind Waker. I actually pre-ordered this Wind Waker back when it was first released for the GameCube back in the early 2000s, and as a pre-order bonus I got this Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time and Ocarina of Time Master Quest disc set, and this is the same one I got when I was a kid, so I've held on to this for a long time. And then I have the Four Swords Adventure for the GameCube. And this is kind of a Zelda themed. I know Soul Calibur came out on different consoles, but the Nintendo version had Link, or featured Link as one of the characters. Which I've also played that back in the day. And I have the Twilight Princess for the Wii. It's the same as the one for the GameCube. Mostly the same, some small differences. It's actually mirrored, since Link is actually left-handed, but for the Wii version, he holds a sword in the right hand since you swing the Wii remote. Most people are right-handed, so they mirrored everything over. So it actually looks a little bit different than the GameCube version. I really like the GameCube controller too, over the Wii remote. And The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. They really improved the motion controls by the time this came out. They had an updated version of the Wii remote with Motion Plus. Now you could get that on Motion Plus is built into the new Wii remotes, where you can get a little adapter to add that. But I wasn't a big fan of Twilight Princess, but I really liked Skyward Sword, which is not exactly a popular opinion. Yeah, I really enjoyed playing Skyward Sword. I beat this one several times, and I played through Twilight Princess maybe a couple times. And I also have this is sealed, factory sealed, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. My Wind Waker console came with the download included for the Wind Waker HD, so I never had a reason to open this. So I'm just going to keep it sealed for now. And I also have Hyrule Warriors, which is a really fun game. Graphics are really nice. So part of the Dynasty Warriors franchise, it's made by the same people that made Dynasty Warriors, with using the Zelda characters. It's a fighting game. It's pretty fun. And I have Link's crossbow training for the Wii, which is a little mini game, which is also pretty fun. I have some of the Legend of Zelda themed amiibos, and also have this World of Nintendo Link action figure. This is the Series 1-1. This is actually hard to find now. You can get them on eBay, but they're going to be marked up quite a bit. I have Link, chic Toon Link, which I like playing as in the new Super Smash Bros. Game for Wii U, and Princess Zelda. And I know Ganondorf came out recently, or Ganondorf Amiibo came out recently, so I still need to pick that up. Let's see. And I only have a couple of the Zelda games. I'm missing most of them for the Game Boy. I need to get Link's Awakening. I do have Oracle of Ages here that I play on my Game Boy Advance SP because I like the backlit screen. And then I have this Spirit Tracks for the DS. So, as I mentioned before, that's something I'm working on. Acquiring all of the handheld versions of The Legend of Zelda. I played Link's Awakening back in the day, so I really want to get that. And I may try to get some of the boxes and manuals for some of these other older games at some point. And I have the actual console for the Wii U here on my entertainment center. And I have this little Link. This is a World of Nintendo figure also. This one's opened. And this Triforce decal is a sticker I added to the console. The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD console, the actual console itself doesn't have any decals on it, so this is a sticker I added. But all the decals on the controller are what came with it. So yeah, that's everything I have so far for The Legend of Zelda. I guess let me know what your favorite Legend of Zelda game is, and also let me know what your favorite game franchise is, whether you like Mario or whatever. It doesn't necessarily have to be Nintendo. Well, thank you so much for watching.